Hello, the concept of influence line diagram for quantities like reaction, shear force at a section or bending moment at a section is very important in connection with analysis of bridges where the vehicles change their position with respect to time, and therefore what people normally do is they draw influence line diagram for reaction or shear force at a section or bending moment at a section by placing a unit load at various positions on the beam. But that is a mechanical approach, and that is cumbersome, and moreover it consumes the time. So here I want to demonstrate how to draw influence line diagram for shear force at a section or bending moment at a section for a simply supported or cantilever beam or maybe overhanging beam, that is statically determinate beam, in a qualitative way or qualitative approach. It just takes a fraction of minutes to draw influence line diagrams by qualitative approach, whereas if we take approach of placing unit load at various positions and then drawing the influence line diagram, it takes more time. So let me straightway start with my first example. Let me take one beam, overhanging beam. Now it is hinged at A, roller supported at B, and here it is point E. So AB is an overhanging beam, A is a hinge support, B is a roller, and B is the overhanging part. Now I want to draw influence line diagram for shear force at C. So what I will do is, of course I have to draw it qualitatively. What I will do is simply just I will imaginarily cut it here and I will place vertical rollers like this, and I will give displacement like this. You have to give displacement in such a way that right side you show the upper arrow, left side you show the lower arrow, and now you see how the beam takes the configuration or how the beam takes the shape. So let me draw. Now this can go up only when this is free, because roller support is a type of simple support, so rotation is possible, and therefore this will go up and E will go down. So it is like this. Now this can go down because again A is a simple support, so rotation is possible, therefore this will go down. So this is negative, positive and negative, that's all. So it hardly took 1 minute to draw influence line diagram for shear force at C. So this is FC, that is influence line diagram for shear force at C. Now taking next example. Now again same overhanging beam I will take, that is A, B is a roller support, and E. But now my intention is to draw influence line diagram for shear force at D, that is influence line diagram for FD. Now again, as per the theory, what I will do, that I will cut here, I will attach two vertical rollers, give upward displacement to the right side, downward displacement to the left side, and then try to draw the configuration which it is likely to take. So this is B, A and A. Now because of this upward arrow, this whole part will go up because it is a free end and therefore that is going up. Sorry, it is totally going up. Now this cannot come down, because if this has to come down, then this end must be free, because the rule is, while this comes down, this cannot bend. So of course it can rotate here, but for this to come down, this part has to bend, and bending is not allowed, and therefore the influence line diagram is only up to this. That's all. And this total, it becomes 0, and this is the influence line diagram for FD, that is shear force at D. Now next example. I will take one cantilever AB of certain length. Now I want to draw influence line diagram for shear force at C. So again, following the same theory, what I'll do is I'll apply roller like this. I'll give displacement like this. Now again, if I want to draw influence line diagram, because of this upward arrow, this whole part will go up. But again, since fixity is there, therefore this cannot come down. And therefore, again this is plus, and here it is 0. So this is the correct influence line diagram for shear force at C. And it hardly took 1 or 2 minutes. Next, I will take example of an internal hinge or 2 internal hinges rather. So this is hinged at A, roller support B, one more roller support at C, one more roller support at D. Now this is F, there is an internal hinge. This is G, an internal hinge. And now I want the influence line diagram for point E, which is between B and C. So going by our concept, what I will do is at E, I will place vertical rollers. I will give displacements like this. And again, let us see what shape it takes. So this is B, A, this is F, this is C, this is D, and this is G. Now, when I give displacement like this, here it can rotate because here there is an internal hinge. So that is possible. So it is like this. And here also it is a roller. So here it can rotate. So it's like this. Now again, when I give downward displacement like this, here it is a roller and it can rotate because again there is an internal hinge. Again here it is a simple support, so it can rotate, so it's like this. So this is the influence line diagram for shear force at this point, that is shear force at E, Fe. Next, I will go for demonstration of influence line diagram in a qualitative way for bending moment by telling you a few examples. Now let me take one beam. A, B and C. It's a hinge and roller support here, and I want to draw influence line diagram for bending moment at B. So here in bending moment, what they do is at this place you introduce one internal hinge wherever I want bending moment, and you give rotations like this. So apply rotations like this and try to see what shape the beam takes. So this was our B. So this is B, this is C, this is A. Now if I rotate it like this will come down. Now I am rotating it like this, but it cannot go up because here there is a hinge end, and therefore the influence line diagram will be something like this. So it is ILD for MB. That is influence line diagram for bending moment at B. Next, I will take the example of a beam where end A is fixed, B is roller support, and there is a internal hinge at C, and I want influence line diagram for MC. So I want influence line diagram for bending moment at C. So already there is an internal hinge. So again we introduce internal hinge. Again you provide rotation like this. Now again the influence line diagram for bending moment at C will be 0. The reason is, if I rotate it like this, I know that it can go up like this, but that is possible only when this part can also go up, because it is connected here. So this part cannot go up because there is a fixed end. Had it been simply supported, then this part would have gone up. But if it had been simply supported, then it would have been unstable beam. That is a different story. I don't want to go into that, because if this had been simply supported and this is simply supported, then if I introduce one internal hinge, that means that will convert into mechanism. But that is not our point of discussion. What I want to tell here is, here since this cannot go up, this also cannot go up, and therefore influence line diagram for bending moment at C will be 0. And that is obvious also, because we know that bending moment at internal hinge is always 0. So this is how I wanted to demonstrate you that in a simple way, that is qualitative way, how to draw influence line diagram for bending moment at a section and shear force at a section within fraction of minutes. Normally what people do is they will place the unit load at various positions and they will solve it in a mechanical way, which takes more time, and also there are chances of making mistake. So thank you very much.